family. It's where we take our first breaths, utter our first words, and learn what it means to be human. These early interactions are more than just memories. They are the blueprints for our understanding of ourselves and the world. Imagine a young child learning to walk. Parents offer a steady hand, encouraging first steps and providing comfort after tumbles. As we venture beyond our family, we carry the imprints of those early bonds. These patterns influence our relationships with friends, partners, and colleagues. Have you noticed how certain dynamics repeat themselves? We might recreate unhealthy patterns, perpetuating a cycle of pain. Recognizing the influence of our family of origin is not about assigning blame or dwelling in the past. It's about self-discovery, unpacking emotional baggage, and understanding our present reality. This introspection requires courage, vulnerability, and confronting uncomfortable truths. Like an archaeologist uncovering artifacts, we delve into our history to unearth beliefs and wounds. This self-exploration helps us understand our emotional responses and break free from the past. Imagine a child gazing into a mirror, their reflection wavering with uncertainty. Are they lovable? Are they worthy of attention and care? The answers to these fundamental questions are often shaped not by some innate sense of self, but by the reflections we receive from our family of origin. Our parents and siblings, those who inhabit our earliest and most intimate world, become the mirrors through which we first perceive ourselves. Their words, actions, and even unspoken expectations form the very foundation of our self-concept. If those reflections are distorted, clouded by criticism, neglect, or conditional love, our developing sense of self can become equally fractured. Conversely, when we are fortunate enough to be raised in an environment where love flows freely and unconditionally, where our inherent worth is affirmed and celebrated, we internalize a profound sense of self-acceptance. We learn to see ourselves as inherently valuable, deserving of love and belonging regardless of our achievements or shortcomings. This unshakable sense of self-worth becomes a beacon, guiding us towards healthy relationships and life choices. Section 2. Conditional love, a fragile foundation. For many, the love received within their family of origin came with strings attached. It was conditional, contingent upon meeting certain expectations, fulfilling specific roles, or achieving desired outcomes. Perhaps academic success was met with praise and affection, while struggles in school were met with disappointment or withdrawal. This transactional approach to love can leave deep scars on a child's developing psyche. They internalize the message that their worthiness is not inherent, but rather earned through performance, achievement, or compliance. This can lead to a lifelong pattern of people-pleasing, perfectionism, and a constant need for external validation. The problem with building our sense of self-worth on a foundation of conditional love is that it leaves us perpetually vulnerable. Our self-esteem becomes dependent on external factors, constantly fluctuating based on the opinions and judgments of others. This can lead to anxiety, depression, and a deep-seated fear of rejection. Section 3. Unconditional love, the gift of intrinsic worth. Unconditional love is a gift of immeasurable value. It is the unwavering belief in a child's inherent worth. Children raised in this love are free to explore their individuality. This acceptance fosters confidence and resilience. They are less likely to seek validation from external sources. Section 4. Breaking free. Rewriting the internal narrative. It's never too late to rewrite the internal narrative. Healing begins with awareness. Challenge and dismantle limiting beliefs. Therapy, journaling, and supportive relationships are invaluable. Internalize our inherent worth, set healthy boundaries, prioritize our needs, cultivate mutual respect and unconditional love. Breaking free is a lifelong journey worth taking. It leads us home to ourselves, to wholeness, acceptance, and unshakable self-worth. Section 1. Echoes of the past, family patterns in our relationships. As we step outside the familiar embrace of our family and into the wider social sphere, We carry with us the invisible threads of our early relational experiences. These experiences, often deeply ingrained in our subconscious, become the default patterns that shape how we interact with friends, colleagues, and romantic partners. Imagine a child who grew up in a household where conflict was avoided at all costs. This child might learn to suppress their own needs, prioritize keeping the peace, and shy away from direct communication. Fast forward to adulthood, and this individual might find themselves in relationships where they struggle to assert their boundaries, voice their opinions, or engage in healthy conflict resolution. Conversely, a child raised in an environment where communication was open, respectful, and emotionally attuned might develop a secure attachment style and a healthy capacity for emotional intimacy. As adults, they are more likely to attract and maintain relationships characterized by trust, vulnerability, and open communication. Section 2. The Dance of Intimacy, Attachment Styles, and Romantic Relationships. Nowhere are the echoes of our family dynamics more apparent than in our romantic relationships. Our early experiences with caregivers, particularly the quality of those bonds, profoundly shape our attachment styles, the blueprint for how we seek out, engage in, and navigate intimacy. Individuals who developed secure attachment styles in childhood tend to approach romantic relationships with a sense of trust, openness, and emotional availability. They are comfortable both giving and receiving love, navigating conflict constructively, and maintaining a sense of independence within the context of a committed relationship. However, for those who experienced inconsistent, neglectful, or emotionally unavailable caregiving in their formative years, the dance of intimacy can feel fraught with anxiety, fear, and uncertainty. They may develop insecure attachment styles such as anxious or avoidant attachment, which can lead to a cycle of relationship challenges, including fear of intimacy, emotional dependence, or difficulty trusting their partners. Section 3. Setting boundaries, protecting ourselves in the world. Healthy family dynamics teach us to set boundaries. Boundaries protect our well-being. They define what we tolerate and how we deserve to be treated. Children learn to communicate needs and protect their emotional space. The good news is that while our family of origin exerts a powerful influence on our relational patterns, we are not destined to repeat the past. Just as a skilled gardener can tend to the soil, remove weeds, and plant new seeds, we too have the power to cultivate healthier, more fulfilling relationships by understanding and transforming the patterns we inherited. This process begins with awareness. By shining a light on the dynamics of our family of origin, reflecting on the patterns we've internalized, and acknowledging how these patterns might be playing out in our current relationships, we empower ourselves to make different choices. Therapy can be an invaluable tool in this journey, providing a safe and supportive space to explore our attachment styles, develop healthier communication skills, and learn to set effective boundaries. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with supportive friends, practicing self-compassion, and engaging in personal growth work can further support us in breaking free from limiting beliefs and cultivating relationships that nourish our souls. While love forms the bedrock of healthy family dynamics, the unfortunate reality is that some families operate under the shadow of manipulation and emotional blackmail. These tactics, often employed subtly and insidiously, can have a profound and lasting impact on our sense of self and our ability to form healthy, balanced relationships outside the family unit. Manipulation, in its essence, is a form of control. It is the art of influencing someone's thoughts, feelings, or behaviors to achieve a desired outcome, often at the expense of the other person's well-being. Within families, manipulation can manifest in myriad ways, from subtle guilt trips and passive-aggressive comments to outright threats and emotional coercion. The danger of manipulation, particularly within the close confines of family, is that it can be challenging to recognize. We are conditioned from a young age to trust and obey our parents and to prioritize family harmony, even at the cost of our own needs and desires. This can make us vulnerable to manipulation, particularly if it is disguised as love, care, or concern. Guilt is a powerful weapon in the manipulator's arsenal. It preys on our sense of empathy and fear of disappointing those we love. Manipulative family members leverage guilt to evoke feelings of indebtedness. Consider the parent who reminds their adult child of all the sacrifices they've made. These tactics can leave us feeling trapped and unsure of our right to set boundaries. Section 3. Fear, the silencer of truth. Fear is another potent tool used by those who seek to control and manipulate. By instilling fear in their victims, manipulators create an environment where it feels dangerous to speak up, disagree, or assert one's own needs. This fear can manifest in various ways. A child might fear the withdrawal of love or approval if they express disagreement with a parent. An adult child might fear the emotional outburst or silent treatment that often follows any attempt to set boundaries. Over time, this fear can become so ingrained that it silences our authentic voice, leaving us feeling powerless, unheard, and unseen. The tragedy of manipulation through fear is that it often prevents us from experiencing the full richness and authenticity of our relationships. We learn to tiptoe around certain topics, suppress our true feelings, and prioritize keeping the peace over honoring our own integrity. This can lead to a deep sense of loneliness, resentment, and a longing for genuine connection. Section 4. Obligation, the burden of undue responsibility. Manipulators exploit our sense of obligation, especially within families where loyalty is highly valued. They use guilt trips and emotional appeals to create unhealthy responsibilities. Consider an aging parent guilt-tripping their children into constant care, or a sibling relying on others for support. While feeling responsible for family is natural, manipulation takes it to an unhealthy extreme. Constant messages implying we're responsible for others' happiness can lead to emotional exhaustion and resentment. It's crucial to recognize and address these manipulative tactics to maintain our well-being. Section 5. Breaking free, reclaiming your power. Dismantling manipulation patterns within families is an act of self-love. It requires challenging beliefs about loyalty, confronting truths, and setting boundaries. Awareness is the first step in breaking free. Therapy can help explore these dynamics and develop healthier communication skills. Understanding our worthiness helps us reclaim our power. We learn to set boundaries, say no without guilt, and prioritize our well-being. This journey is challenging but leads to greater authenticity and emotional freedom. Ultimately, it fosters fulfilling relationships that honor our true selves. Family relationships often set the stage for what we tolerate in wider social interactions. Patterns tolerated within families send powerful messages about acceptable treatment. A child growing up with emotional outbursts may normalize these behaviors. This normalization can lead to unhealthy relationships in adulthood. They may tolerate disrespect or emotional volatility because it feels familiar. Recognizing these patterns is crucial for breaking the cycle. Therapy and self-reflection can help identify and change these dynamics. It's about creating healthier, more respectful relationships. The human psyche often seeks the familiar, even if it's rooted in pain. This tendency, known as repetition compulsion, explains why we recreate unhealthy patterns. A woman with a critical mother might seek similar partners, hoping to heal past wounds. This drive stems from a yearning for resolution and healing. By recreating painful dynamics, we hope for a different outcome. Understanding this can help us break free and seek healthier relationships. Breaking free from unhealthy behaviors requires setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. They define what we will tolerate and how we deserve to be treated. Setting boundaries is about honoring our needs and limits. It's about saying no without guilt and prioritizing our well-being. Learning to set boundaries can be challenging but is essential for healthy relationships. It's about creating a life that respects our own limits and needs. Section 4, a ripple effect transforming our relational landscape. Setting boundaries transforms more than just one relationship. It sends a powerful message to the world about our worth. We create space for healthier relationships to blossom. We attract people who respect our boundaries and authenticity. We model the power of boundaries for others. There may be resistance from those used to our old patterns. Standing firm in our truth creates a more fulfilling life. It's about creating a joyful life for ourselves and those around us. Section 1. The Garden of Relationships. Nurturing versus neglecting our roots. Imagine a garden where seeds are nurtured and thrive. This mirrors families with love, respect, and healthy communication. These individuals develop strong self-worth and emotional intelligence. Now, picture a neglected garden struggling to survive. This reflects dysfunctional family dynamics. Early relationships impact our self-perception and ability to form healthy attachments. Addressing past wounds is crucial for cultivating healthy relationships. Section 2, Secure Base, launching into the world with confidence. A healthy family provides a sense of security and unconditional support. This forms the foundation of a secure base for exploring the world. Children with a secure base develop independence and resilience. This foundation supports strong relationships throughout life. Those lacking a secure base may struggle with anxiety and insecurity. They may find it hard to trust and establish healthy boundaries. Therapy and self-compassion can help cultivate a secure base. Surrounding ourselves with supportive relationships is key. Section 3, Scars of the Past. When family patterns lead us astray, families can pass down unhealthy patterns that sabotage our well-being. These patterns can lead to repeating the same mistakes in relationships. An adult child of an alcoholic might fear intimacy and emotional unavailability. They might seek partners mirroring their parents' patterns. Awareness of these patterns is the first step to breaking free. Therapy and self-reflection can help identify and change these dynamics. It's about making healthier choices in relationships. Creating a fulfilling life requires breaking free from destructive cycles. Section 4. Choosing a different path, breaking free and flourishing. The human spirit has the capacity for growth and transformation. Our past shapes us but doesn't define our destiny. We can choose a different path and cultivate nourishing relationships. This journey begins with self-compassion and acknowledging past pain. Therapy provides a safe space for healing and growth. We learn to set boundaries and communicate our needs. Surrounding ourselves with supportive people is crucial. Breaking free allows us to embrace our authentic selves. This transformation creates a ripple effect of healing and joy. As we conclude, it's crucial to acknowledge the tapestry of our lives. Each relationship and experience forms the fabric of who we are. Families shape our perceptions and choices. Recognizing this influence is not about blame, but self-discovery. We must examine our family histories with curiosity and compassion. Unraveling knots of pain helps appreciate resilience and love. This journey leads to deeper understanding and acceptance. It's about creating a life that honors our true selves. This journey requires immense courage and willingness to confront truths. It demands facing the shadowy corners of our hearts. It's not for the faint of heart, but leads to deeper understanding. Resistance to vulnerability is a common obstacle. We may avoid painful memories to protect ourselves. Embracing vulnerability allows true healing and transformation. Acknowledging our wounds creates space for compassion and forgiveness. This leads to a more authentic experience of love and connection. We are not prisoners of our past. Families shape our early experiences but don't dictate our destiny. We can choose a different path and create a fulfilling life. Awareness of unconscious patterns empowers healthier decisions. It's about taking responsibility for our well-being. Setting boundaries and seeking therapy can help. Surrounding ourselves with supportive friends is crucial. Learning new communication skills fosters growth. Practicing self-compassion helps navigate life's challenges. The true magic of self-discovery is that it transforms our lives and those around us. Healing old wounds and challenging beliefs, we become beacons of hope and possibility. Imagine the ripple effect when one person breaks the cycle, choosing love, forgiveness, and authenticity. Their courage inspires others to do the same. The legacy we leave is in the quality of our relationships. By nurturing love and compassion, we create a better world.